Thank you. We're used to thinking that saving the world costs. It costs countries, it costs companies, and it costs individuals. We have to cut production, travel less, and worst of all, drink from soggy paper straws. The world should be thanking us for this. But instead of thinking of these big, difficult decisions, are there some smaller things that we could be doing? Easier steps, steps that are available today. These are the low-hanging fruit options that technology is available for. The challenge that exists: 15% of all global greenhouse gas emissions come from the meat industry. The world has a population that is growing to 9 billion people by 2050, and meat production is doubling. Developing nations are demanding more meat, and how will we feed a growing population and feed them with enough food supply? The thesis is this: if we can improve our production, if we have technology available today, we're able to do this. The thing about food is it's emotion, it's tradition. We all think about family meals around the dinner table. For me, it was my Austrian grandmother and Viennese schnitzels. We couldn't live without that, and that will be passed down from generations for me too. Consumer habits are slower to change. People want to continue to have the same thing that they had for generations before. But imagine if there was a solution that exists where we could have 1 in 10 less cows for production. This is something we have today that we're looking to implement. This is a technology, like many other applications of AI and data, available to us. You may have read Malcolm Gladwell. He's an author that talks about connecting data and different things that happen around the world. The example I would like to use is the Norwegian alpine ski team. This is an example that was told by the Oslo Business Forum recently, where the Norwegian alpine ski team have used data to improve their performance in downhill skiing. This was a big competition back in 2018, the Norwegians at the top of the hill against the Swiss, the Austrians, the Germans, and how could they win? Axel Lund went down first, clocked a record time, and was able to then get straight to the bottom, hop on a walkie-talkie, and say back up to his teammate weather conditions, snow conditions, wind speed. Gave him tactics, gave him data to help the team as a whole rather than just one person, but the team as a whole with data to make improvements. The story goes in 2018, they ended with a gold and silver medal, the gold medal coming from his teammate coming down the hill. The reciprocal happened a number of years later, so it wasn't all just one win for the other team member, but we can see here that the intricacies of data helping us to make better informed decisions. This is the same for the food industry. There's millions of decision gates, up to 7 million, when we think from the paddock to the plate, or the farm to the fork. We're able to think and recognize how these decisions with data can be made better. The low-hanging fruit that I referenced back at the beginning. So how do we think about this? How can we make these better choices? We all know that when we go to the supermarket and we see the stickers on sale for packets of mince or kjøttdeig here in Norway, for burgers, for sausages, often there's been an overproduction that's occurred. There's an imbalance. This is because the complete entire supply chain has not been connected. What we're looking to do is say, can we think about the genetics all the way back onto the farm, the animal, what it's eating, when is it ready, is it Christmas or Easter? Do we need to produce more ribbe or other things at this particular time of year? And really being able to connect that so that we have this optimal use. We don't see these different products that are being overproduced and wasted, thrown out. So this is the meat supply chain where we can connect these data points. We can think of technology as an approach. And that is why AI is now available for an industry such as agriculture to connect the data points across the industry. Just like the oil and gas industry, from my personal background, having worked in oil and gas for 10 years across the multiple changes to renewable energy, I now see this as a time for agriculture. We're able to move that from a very archaic industry that's working separately to be interconnected and have all these millions of decisions helping us with reducing waste, optimizing inventory, and producing the correct amount for the consumer. And who knows, maybe the next time you'll be sitting down to enjoy your hamburger, you'll be sitting and doing it with a good conscience. This is the future of food with intelligence at its core. Thank you.